A lot of things. We've been working a lot on, sort of the mental approach to the game and staying balanced and staying consistent and playing good minutes and hard minutes longer. And I think we had that. And there was an opportunity there at the end. They scored those 3 quick goals. Earlier in the year, we'd unraveled a little bit in those situations, and we stayed consistent and composed and found a way to win. So I was happy with what they brought.
I didn't get a good look at field level, Glenn. Was the tripping call fairly obvious?
Yeah, it was, especially, they had us on quite a run of penalties with some what I would say were questionable. But yeah, Joe is exiting the draw, and it's a trip. Like they probably didn't like it because it was late in the game, but he picks up that ball. We have an opportunity to go to the net, right? So, by definition, it was.
You mentioned questionable calls. The Kyle Jackson no goal in the first quarter. What was said from the refs to you about that? Why was that not really?
They said that he had made contact with the crease while he was shooting. So if he hadn't hit the crease while he was shooting, it would have been a good goal because he would have taken the shot, he would have exited the crease, reestablished outside, and then it hit the defender and went in. But they said he stepped in the crease prior to shooting.
Team saying it's the largest home crowd in franchise history. What was it like out there, the atmosphere?
Yeah, it was loud, right? It was good and it was energized, and it's a bit of a perfect storm, right? Obviously it's an exciting game. It comes down to the last minute, and when you've got a big crowd and hopefully some new eyes on the product, you don't want like a 14-5 game where it's just kind of they're engaged the whole time. So it was good. It was a good game and a great crowd. You felt it. You heard it.
Looking at it now, Glenn, if San Diego loses tomorrow, you're a game and a half behind them in Vancouver for the final playoff spot, and those are 3 of your last 4 games.
Yeah.
Are you feeling like you're in a position now to really maybe make the playoffs if you can if you can get on the roll there?
Well, and that was the plan. We put ourselves in a pretty big hole. And I told you we're gonna have to ring off a few, and I think we're like 4-2 in our last 6 or something like that, or something. We're 3-1 in our last 4, I believe. So we're starting to string some together, which we're going to have to do. So we'll stay present. That was the message today. Let's focus on today and then see where we can go with it. But it's been a funny year, and this is a bit of a rebound for us. It's no secret we're healthier now, which makes a difference. You can see the impact guys like Colton have on the game and on the defense and all those things. So, it's that's the thing. We want to push for it. I said all along, right? We're not done until we're done. So, if we can string a few more together, we can maybe make it interesting down the stretch. Anyway,
despite the 3 goals at the end of crunch time for Georgia, the defense was very solid tonight. What can you say about their performance?
I thought it was great. I thought Dougie was really good. When you consider they went 0 for 6 on the power play with that level of ability. Those are, you look at the players they have out there, like they've got, on their power play alone, they have 2 Team Canada guys and 3 Haudenosaunee guys on their power play. Like that's literally all world talent. To be able to keep them for 0-6 on the power play is huge. I think that was actually the biggest part of the game was our penalty kill. Dougie made some massive saves when we had some breakdowns on it. But, you keep a team like that to 0 for 6, that's a huge stat.
On your winning power play, is that exactly the shot you were looking for at Dyson?
Yeah, that was the exact play that they had called, right? And, a little step down right in the middle for him. So he executed and they executed, and everybody's happy.
Speaking of Dyson, he's really been taking a great leap forward this season. Just throughout the year, what can you say about him growing as a player and just taking it accustomed to the NLL game?
Yeah, he's on the path that we thought he would be on. I think what happened last year too was Alex had such an anomalous year in terms of a rookie being able to come in and dominate, and he really had a record-breaking season for a rookie. So I think people did the math on that and said, well, Dyson's going to come in and do the same thing, right? Dyson is on an excellent trajectory to be an elite player in this league, and moments like that, plays like that are just adding to the arsenal, right? He just, he needs those successes along the way, and that makes him better as he goes.
trade deadline, big acquisition. Jonathan Peshko makes his debut for Albany tonight. We talked about him before, about how you brought him in for his big body, his big presence. What can you say about his debut?
Yeah, I thought he was good. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what his stat line is. I know he didn't score. He had a real good look early, but his value is going to come in other ways, right? He got some repossessions, and there's sort of the unmeasurables to his game as well. Like, when he's a big body cutting and creating space, that allows Simmer and Kurtz and guys like that to have other opportunities. And so his value is going to be, collectively with the offense, not so much on his stat line, which he will grow into as well.
Now, back-to-back wins for you guys going into a tough contest next week, home against Buffalo. What's the message for the boys?
It's been the same along this run, right? It's just, you focus on what's in front of you, you stay present. I mean, Buffalo they get to enjoy this for a little bit. Buffalo's the next challenge, and, we'll look at, how that breaks down and what we need to do to have success, and, we'll go from there.
Do you think you're better equipped to handle it? I mean, they're great offensively,
Yeah.
obviously. You feel like you're better equipped maybe to face them this time than they did the last time?
Yeah, I do. I definitely think with the systematic change, our numbers have been much better since we've made that change, and I think, Dougie's obviously more comfortable with it and where the shots are coming from, and so I think, it's we're in a better position, to have success, I would say.